Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinions with me, Randy Prizzle. You guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, irie? You know what we're here for? Unpopular opinions of the public. I react to them, and I'll tell you my thoughts and my opinions. Let's get into it. We come to the first one. You don't need to finish your drink. Well, if you've bought the drink, you probably might want to finish it because you paid for it. But it's not really an obligation to finish your drink. Obviously, if you have to run somewhere, you have to leave the venue or leave your home, then you probably just have to, leave it where it is and go. Because obviously, if you've got to grab your stuff and be on the run and be on the move, then you got to go. Bust the move and all of that. So you got to go. You gotta go, you gotta go. You gotta go, you gotta go. So it's one of them things. I hear it. But if you're in a bar or restaurant settings and you've paid for a drink, you might as well want to finish it because you paid for it. Especially buying a drink, let's say a pint of beer, Guinness, whatever you fancy, for about £5 or £6, probably even more in terms of the price. And nowadays, in some establishments, they really go out of hand with them. But you're buying it for that price and you've left a bit of the drink left over or half of the drink left over, feeling a bit like a mug at the end of the day because you haven't finished your drink. So for me personally, I would want to finish my drink in an establishment. If I'm at home, it is what it is. So I hear it. It's a bit of both with that. Obviously in establishments, drink it. If you're not in establishments, don't bother. Don't bother, as the Shakira song said. But anyways, let's move on to the next unpopular opinion. Bright white light room lighting is always better than warm lighting. I think it depends on your mood and on your settings. If you're bringing a girl home or your partner or spouse or whoever you're into and all of that, you're bringing them home, then you want to set the mood right and that, like the Justin Timberlake. So baby, set the mood right, make you feel alright. So you're going to want to go with the warm settings, innit? Just to get the mood, set the temperature, make it feel good, make it feel nice and cozy and that. But the white light, it can be a bit bright. For me personally, this is a white light right here, so do you know what I mean? Literally. And after a while, eyes can do the fuzzy stuff like the fuzzy lumpkins and that. It can just go left, right, up, down, left, right, center, all of that. Because, as I said, I suffer from migraines, so they can do a madness to man's head. Let's get the song. You're doing a madness to my head. You're doing a madness to my head, literally. So I would prefer something that's obviously a little bit light in the settings. So I hear it, but I feel like warm lighting is probably a lot better for me generally because it curbs my headaches a lot more. So if I could get a warm lighting that shines brighter, then of course I'll do it. Shines bright like a diamond, like the Rihanna saying. Shine bright tonight, you and I, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. So yeah, all of that. But anyways, let's move on to the next one we got. Make any room a personal cinema. You can do that. I think it's nice to have a room in your place. If you have that much moolah, you're rolling in the dough, then you can do that. But if you don't really have that much dough, it's a bit peaky like the blinders still. But I hear it. Sometimes you've got to get a cozy settings. You've got to make a cave your own cave. You got to do what you got to do to make that your own thing. Because listen, if you want to get a big TV and mount it on the wall and make it look nice and that, great. Because the surround sound that comes like ding 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 ding. So it will look nice. It will look cool. Do you know what I mean? To obviously bring your friends around and show them, hey, look at the system I got here. Look how rough that looks. Do you know what I mean? Everybody will be wanting to come around your ends, you know what I mean, or your house or your crib and come and check that out. So you will be probably the talk of the town. So your home people eat, then eat bigger dough, rock that rum that Isawi floor. Whoop, whoop, when you won't come around, you're the talk of the town. So you're the talk of the town. People be like, hey, what he's doing there, yo, have you seen his crib? You seen what he's got there? Looks nice. Setup is all looking fancy and that. Oh, I'm so fancy. You already know. In the fast lane. So yeah, you got all that. People will be running. Do you know what I mean? It's a madness. You invite them to your house though. You don't know, get back. You know, like the Cool Ludacris song, get back. Y'all don't know me like that. Get back. You don't know me like that. So, anyways, we're moving to the next one. Live singers at bars and pubs are annoying. It depends, to be honest. I think if you're there for a meal, you're there to enjoy your food, and you're there just to enjoy the ambience without someone just belting out songs, grand. Do you know what I mean? Because there's certain times and certain places and certain days you just generally don't want to hear someone wailing on instrumentals. Ah! You know, no, allow it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes there's one of those days where you're just not feeling it. That person's coming out belting all their greatest hits or hits that are covered from other artists, and they're coming to sing them songs. Do you know what I mean? Talking about how their life is in shatters or something, or they need the money and that. Do you know what I mean? So I hear it. You got to hustle still, but sometimes you just want to enjoy the ambience of just chatting with your mates and having a bonding session with them instead of hearing some people wailing noise in the background, talking about, you know, sob stories or folky music and that, you know what I mean, strumming their guitar and talking about how they've, you know, left home at 16 or whatever and they're trying to make a living. So that's nice for you, yeah, but like, some days it's just like, just leave it out. Do you know what I mean? Leave it out. Leave it out. When people say to me, well, you're singing on this thing and you sung on previous things of your, you know, whole YouTube thing. I'm like, well, it just is what it is. You can choose to like it, you choose not to like it. You can choose to watch this episode, you can choose not to watch it. You get the option here. I'm not singing to you live in a flipping venue and, you know, in a bar or pub setting going, hey, you should like me, guys. Look at my music. You know what I mean? Check out my songs and that. Do you know what I mean? Bound for the bound, bound for the reload, not a remake. Bound for the bound for the reload. Randy Prizzle, give it that reload. No. Yeah. Karaoke settings, cool, we can do the karaoke too, but yeah. For me personally, there's some days just like, okay, cool. If they're singing some soft, nice music that's not interfering with how you want to engage with your mates, grand. So it's a bit of both. Next one. People look inwards too much when thinking about struggles in their social life. I do agree. You know what I mean? I do agree. I think some people do always look inwards when they're thinking about the socials and everything. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Excuse me, as I said, my brain's trying to wire this in the right sort of settings to try and, you know, get to a point of opinion here. But I think when you're having struggles in your social life, you know, I mean, looking inwards too much could be a bit problematic, I think. If you're looking into too much into what you're doing and how this is, and, you know, you're not having really much of a social life, don't think about it. Just go out there and do what you need to do. Like, stop letting, let's say, your moments or your thoughts stop you from enjoying what can be. I know, listen, some people have families, some people have this, people have that. They have to cater to them and they have to, let's say, keep the household running and that. But one day a week, you know what I mean? One day a week, or even one in a million day. Do you know what I mean? Like the Aaliyah song, oh, love is 1 in a million, on and on. Need one day, you know, sometimes just to have that chill time to yourself. Leave them at your mum's or wherever and just go and have a blast. You know what I'm saying? So I hear that, man. It's I do agree with that. Do you know what I mean? I do agree with that. All right, we'll come to the last one. The experience at Disney World isn't worth the money. I agree with it, to be honest. It's a waste of money, to be honest. Like, it's nice to experience all the little what they got and that, but you can watch it on TV. There's just no point. It's nice to experience it in person, but you can just watch it all on TV. I generally think it's a waste of time and a waste of money going to Disney World, but it's nice to see it once, but to go and see it again, that. And that's what I'm saying to that. Allow it, leave it. And that's it, guys. That's it for this episode of Unpopular Opinions. And if you're feeling any of the previous episodes or this episode, you know what to do below, all of that. And that is my unpopular opinions for this week and for today. So, till next Unpopular Opinions, I'll give my opinions later.